Welcome to a brand new episode of your worst podcast, probably there is about football. But we think we are professionals, so welcome back for a new episode. My name is Chris Marquez. I'm not alone today, as usual, although last week, for the people who listened, I was alone for a few minutes.
I came
Uh,
back.
I'm going to welcome Paul. Welcome, Paul.
Good evening, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm wearing a hat because my hair is tight, so I thought let's cover it up.
It's not that bad.
But I think I'm the only one with hair here on the podcast tonight.
Yeah, don't rub it in.
Okay.
Cheeky bastard.
Welcome.
Cheeky bastard.
Hello? Are you there?
I'm okay, mate. I'm fine. I'm all good. How are you two? All right?
Let me first say sorry to Paul. Because last week on the episode, I wanted to say Celt. What I did say, because I didn't remember the name in English of Celt, I said, what did I say? Manskirt.
Manskirt. That's okay. I didn't hear that, so you don't nothing to apologise for.
I apologize, I think, about 20 times last week. Because I couldn't think of the name. So, yes. I know every family has its own, and it's the colors, and I think it's a beautiful thing. And I think real men wear kilts.
Correct.
And if you don't wear a kilt, you're not a real man. Malaga traveled to Cadiz this weekend. Malaga wasn't the only one, because I traveled to Cadiz as well. Anyone of you been to Cadiz?
No, unfortunately, not been.
No.
Well, I started my day in San Fernando, went for some food there, and then I went to Cadiz, and it is a crazy place. Because it's the first time I've ever went in my life to Cadiz, and it's an island.
Yeah.
It's very strange. It doesn't make sense that there is a city there, but it's beautiful. So if you're ever around Cadiz or San Fernando, you really should go and have a visit, and go to a match of any of those, both. But yeah, for the people who are interested in the atmosphere was pretty good, actually. I don't know what to say about the stadium from the outside. I don't think it's the most beautiful stadium I've seen. But what I liked very much is from the part we entered, there's a small street with some bars, and it's like just across the road. And it's very nice, actually. I really liked it. So if you ever have a chance to go to Cadiz, maybe not this season because they're not really well this season, but any other season, it's a really great day out.
Good to know.
Well, I'm joined by you guys. I've said sorry. Does anyone make a joke about Dutch people?
No, not at all.
No, we love the Dutch.
Okay. How was your week, Paul?
Busy so far, but fine. Yeah.
How was your week, Caleb?
It's been busy, mate. Yeah, it's been busy. Grass is growing now, so all hands to the pump up at the work now, boys. It was a bit wet yesterday, but the work doesn't stop. That'll be us. We'll be full bore up until winter now. So yeah, it's been good though. It's busy, as I say, quick days. Can't complain. I put my scarf on today. Just I thought it was a night where with the podcast deserves me to come on wear a scarf. I don't know what you thought. I can sometimes we'll wear strips or you'll wear a tracksuit top or a hoodie. I thought I'm going to wear the scarf. So I don't know what you thought. I thought you'd maybe say, "Oh, nice scarf, Callum. I like the scarf, Callum," but I've not had that. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm wearing the scarf, guys.
Very nice scarf. Very nice.
Thank you so much.
It was noticed.
Oh, thanks, Paul.
I wanted to keep it for. I wanted to give it a build up. The scarf.
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry. I just thought you just. No, I never noticed.
No, never mind.
Oh, that's up blown now.
Malaga played last Saturday. The lineup, I'm not going through the lineup. First of all, because it's the same lineup, probably as always. The only difference that Dani Sanchez played.
Yeah, it was good to see him back in the lineup after the troubles I suppose he's had. So yeah, very, very, very pleased to see him back in the lineup.
I was very pleased as well. Montero started, of course, because Einar's still injured.
Yeah.
And the rest is basically everything the same. After 11 minutes already, Malaga opened the score with a big mistake on behalf of Cadiz, wasn't it? Oh?
Are you all? Sorry, guys. It's as I say, like it's always better when guys come in who've not played in a while and they didn't look out of place. So that tells you that he's came in and slipped in nicely. So I thought as I say, the first half and the second half performed really good. So
how good was the goal? The first goal of Chupete in the first half?
He took it very well. Like to take it like he's it looked like the inside his left foot, but he's obviously stuck it right in the corner. It didn't look I'm not wanting to take it in a way. It didn't look the best strike. I don't know, just where it didn't look the cleanest strike, but I just think it was that accurate. And he's took it. I think he's took the keeper by surprise a wee bit as well. He took it sort of that far out, but a great strike, low into the corner, and that got us on a great start. But as I say, the whole game, I was really impressed with the whole team. Yeah. But that was a great goal. Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with me, Paul, but it wasn't a very easy goal, was it? Because it was not very close from the goal. It was pretty wide. I think just about the line of the box.
Yeah, maybe a bit further back.
I thought he was 20 odd yards. Yeah. But I mean, as Callum says, it wasn't the cleanest strike, and I thought when he hit it, I thought the keeper's going to save that no problem. But the keeper wasn't on his line. He'd come out a wee bit.
Yeah.
And it was right in the corner, wasn't it? So
the
keeper dived full length to try and get it as well. It was a good shot. Well, depending on your opinion, it was a good shot. It was accurate. It wasn't the cleanest strike, I don't think. But as you say, he's hit it hard enough with the instinct that's gone in. What I thought though is, from a Cadiz point of view, there was two defenders there, and not one went towards him.
Mm-hmm.
They both went to their left-hand side to close down the run, which left them the room to move into to hit it. So delighted, absolutely delighted.
Do you think that's crazy though, Paul, as well, and Chris, that modern day football, like defenders, rather than like going like attack the ball, they want to back off all the time.
Yeah.
Like you could have a guy who could be running 30 yards, and rather than going engage them, they'll just keep dropping deeper, and it's like then your next thing, like you're in their box. It's like, at what point are you going to? It's great for Malaga, but also what I'd like to see on that is he had a lot of pressure for the defender. When he took the shot, the defender was right on him. So for him to get the shot away with the defender pretty much on his side, trying to barge him down, it was, although it didn't look the greatest strike, it was, it was pinpoint. You had the defender sort of closing him right down at the end. So I just think, he's playing with that much confidence. I think that's what strikers will do. He's not the kind of striker who you think that he's going to be taking loads of shots outside the box, but I just think he's playing with that much confidence that he's just striking things that he maybe wouldn't usually hit, and it's paying off.
Yeah, the second goal came very quick. A bit of a shot of Joaquin.
Yeah,
it comes into a clutch, and the ball ends up with Chupe, and he puts it behind the Cadiz keeper. Paul, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally two different goals. Is Chupe the most overall or the most complete striker we have in the past? Well, since we ever remember at Malaga, or do you know a striker who was more complete than Chupe?
Difficult to say, because I thought Roberto was a good striker as well.
Yeah, I think Roberto was less complete as a striker.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Troop is, I mean, yeah. It depends what you mean by complete as well, because he's still young. He has been playing well. That second goal, I suppose, as you say, it come from a shot, and then it was, I can't remember who played. I think it was Dautor who played it in, or was it Joaquin who played it in to the
Joaquin? It was Joaquin, yeah.
Played it into his feet. You know, as he was in the box, it was a good wee dink in there, and he's sort of
not a great touch ball, was it?
Yeah, he's muscled his way past the two defenders, hasn't he? And put it in the bottom corner. So yeah, I mean he's mobile enough. He's got the build to bully defenders. His finishing's in and around the box is good. So potentially he might well be, yeah.
Well, the rest of I think Malaga dominated the rest of the first half, and then in the second half, I had to go for a piss during halftime. And what happened is that for 350 people, because that's the amount of people that fit in the away end, they have 2 toilets. So I've waited 20 minutes for my turn to go to the toilet. And then suddenly I heard a lot of screaming. So I completely missed Malaga's third goal. I had to watch it back. It was nobody else than Dani Lorenzo with the 3-0. He gives a great panna straight through the legs of the Cadiz defender and tips it in. Is this the best goal of the match?
Yeah,
probably. Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah,
because he sets it up well. He has the panna, but although. Because I heard everybody said, "Wow, what a beauty, what a beauty!"
Yeah.
But when you look at the goal, he passes the ball. Of course, he passes through the legs of the center back of Cadiz. But then he has to stretch his leg too wide for it to be a real beauty to get it behind the keeper.
I just think you've got to look at it from the start to finish. The touch, great touch. Taking him into before he nutmegs the so a great touch, nutmegs the player, and then has a desire to get in between 2 defenders before they get in there, just to slide it past the keeper. I think, and Paul will agree with me here because he's obviously a massive Dani Lorenzo fan, no, obviously, but I just think that the quality of that touch before the nutmeg, and then to go nutmeg the guy, and then to have the desire to go and then get it on the other side. And just roll it past the keeper. I think that just epitomises the kind of player he is. You know, because he set up a great chance in the first. I mean, he wins a great tackle, and then he does everything. Great passer of the ball, great dribbler, gets himself into tight situations through. I know what to get to, but and he is the reduced to dribble. He could just turn on a sixpence and he'd be away. And it's just, and now obviously seeing that goal, which I think we spoke about it last week, just adding more goals to his game, and for me, it was just, I had everything: touch, quality, nutmeg the defender, and then to slide it past the keeper. I thought it was a great ability.
I agree, but when I came back from taking a piss, then everybody said, "Wow, the goal you've missed of Dani Lorenzo! Wow, what a goal! Amazing!
Yeah,
what a goal!"
Yeah,
and when I saw it back, I thought, "Wow." He scored.
I think in the moment, yeah. I mean, in the moment, the fans will be watching it live and seeing it in the moment and seeing the touch, the nutmeg, and then, as Carl says, he's gone into the box with 2 defenders on him, and he's not bullied them as such, but he's got the desire there, and he's not taking a full shot. He's got it. He's got the wherewithal to poke it past the keeper at full stretch and full stride. You know? And
you've got 2 defenders. You've got 2 defenders trying to tackle you. Yeah. And then you've got a goalie.
Yeah. If you're watching that live and seeing the move with the nutmeg, you can get overexcited about it, can't you? I suppose.
Yeah, I agree. Then you would say, well, what can go wrong? Well, nothing can go wrong because Malaga, from start to end, dominated.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Cadiz anywhere.
That's the worst Cadiz team I've seen in years.
They were bad. But I didn't want to take anything away from Malaga either, because I think we've came on here in other weeks, like the past couple of weeks, Chris, and we've been like, oh Christ, that was close. You know, we were cruising, and then all of a sudden teams are coming back into the game. But that at the weekend, it was like the perfect performance. You know, the attacking display, 3 goals, clean sheet. I think they had 1 shot on target, like Cadiz, for a home team. I was expecting a tough game because I looked at, like we spoke about, you just look at the form. Like, we don't have a good record in Cadiz either. So to go there and do that, I thought it was very impressive.
Cadiz is always a match on its own.
Yeah.
Because of the rivalry. They have their new manager who won his first match. In his first match, he won. Their way of playing usually doesn't fit us because they are a team that is going to lay back and wait for your mistakes. So they let you win the ball. But they made a lot of mistakes. And I think Malaga could and maybe should have scored 2 or 3 more, even.
100%.
Well, we had the post in between the 2 goals in the first half. Wacky hit the post. And then at the end, when Haregi came on, he missed 2 chances that he should really have buried. And we had a couple of headers that went wide, a couple of shots that went over, and it could have been, without exaggeration, it could have been 6 or 7.
Yeah, Lobet had a good chance. Lobet had the good chance where the keepers went down low and made the good save. And like you said, when Ochoa puts Uregi through, he probably should have scored, by the way. He should have scored that. That's a one-on-one. You know, that for me, that's a poor finish for the striker. Because he's got either side of the goal. It's just one-on-one. It's that's what you're paying strikers to do. It's like you're one-on-one with the keeper, put it in the back of the net. No, what would be too thingy, but like in another game, that might be, you might be 1-1. You need to be ruthless. Take your chance.
I think
you're a striker who's not getting much game time.
No, I think you guys have seen the images where Cadiz fans left the stadium right after halftime.
Did they leave the same time as Diakite? Because he got launched at halftime. Me and Paul, Daniel Lorenzo got him hooked at halftime. That big boy had a torrid first half, didn't he? He was absolutely struggling.
He was chasing shadows, wasn't he?
He was. And then he only got injured when Daniel Lorenzo tackled him. He was, I'm injured. He didn't want to be there.
He wasn't injured before, was he?
He didn't want to be chasing him about all night. Not a chance.
Well, a lot of Cadiz supporters left the stadium right after Dani Lorenzo's goal. It was madness. It wasn't full house anyway.
No.
But so many of them left. I've never seen something like that in football. What is a bit of a shame. I don't know how you guys have noticed from the TV, but the atmosphere in the stadium, I could hear the Malaga fans singing like crazy. I don't know how it sounded on TV.
It's the perfect example of a team that's not doing well, Chris. Very little fans turning up to watch them, and the fans that are turning up to watch them are not actually giving the fans anything to sing about. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them where, they're just not getting they're not creating an atmosphere for the team. Because one, a lot of fans didn't want to go and watch them because they're not playing well. And 2, the fans that are there, I mean, imagine watching that every week. Like, what have you got to sing about? Team turning up and taking 3 goals off you and barely creating a chance. Midfielders getting took off at half time, and it's just like there's no really there can't be much to be positive about. And I think that just epitomises what you've seen. Lackey singing, lackey people at the ground. It's just,
Yeah. Malaga won. The team went celebrating the day after with a kind of carnival-ish party where they all dressed up like I don't know. Eneko Gaudegi was dressed as someone from Egypt. Who else did I see? They had a dress-up party, which was everybody probably seen the pictures throughout.
And the videos,
and the videos. I think it's a very good thing to do that. I think that helps the team spirit.
I think watching the videos, it's a team that's united, and there's a good camaraderie there and a bond between all the players, which is really good. But you see that on the pitch, but to see it outside, it reinforces that. You see the picture; they look to be playing well, good friends on the pitch. But to see that video of them all doing that after the next day, and that gives you a sense of they're all in this together. They're all good friends. They're all working for each other, and they can all outside work as well. They can all mix well as well.
Yeah, but I think every professional football player you ask, they always say, we have a great atmosphere in the team. But here you notice something different.
Yes.
That it's really there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not
I
forced.
think it helps when they're all this. I think the majority of them, a good 90% of the team, they're all sort of the same age as well. So they've all sort, they probably came through the academy together. But remember, Einar said that to you in the interview you done with him.
Yeah.
That obviously he's one of the sort of the elder statesmen now. And obviously that sort of connection with when they're picking the music, he leaves it to the younger guys because they've obviously got and they obviously they've all got, whereas the older guys probably just let the younger ones, but they've obviously, I think you see they've got a good camaraderie, a good sort of bond, and that's what you want. You want your team to be as close on the pitch as it is off the pitch, and I think what you guys are obviously talking about, you can see that. It's good to see that outside sort of the training, outside of the games, that they're spending time together, they enjoy being together, and that can only help the team. That can only help the team be successful.
Malaga won. So let's take a look at what the other teams have done. But before that, I'm going to ask you guys who was the best player on the pitch for Malaga.
No point in asking me, is there?
Yeah.
I'm going to piggyback with Paul this week, and I'll go with Daniel Lorenzo as well.
I mean, we talk about him every week, and he has been phenomenal. But it was different class on the weekend there on Saturday. He was all over the park, as you say. Diakite got hooked at half time because he was chasing shadows, and Lorenzo was running rings around him. He was fantastic. It was just everything. He's getting better every game.
Yeah,
it's incredible, isn't it? It's incredible.
There was one where he gets the ball and he does this wee turn. He's got two Cadiz players on him. He does a turn, spins out. They've actually pulled him to the ground. He's turning as he's getting back up, and he still comes out with the ball. I'm like, is this you didn't want to get too, but just seeing stuff like that for a young player, and albeit, but he's got quality that no really any players have. Never mind in the Segunda, but even in La Liga, he's got every trait. He's as Paul says, he's not just good on the ball. He's strong. He's very physical. You're not going to beat him off the ball. He can tackle. He can pass. I'm
going to say something, and you guys might call me crazy, but when I see him with the ball, he reminds me of Messi. I'm not going to disagree. I just think his dribbling is that good. It's maybe not like Messi quality, but when you put him in with A players in the Segunda, he looks like somebody who would be the way he keeps the ball very close.
Yeah.
That's what he reminds me of Messi.
Mm-hmm.
He very rarely he never really gives the ball away, does he? When he's got the ball.
If you're the fat arse like that, you wouldn't give the ball away either, Paul. Nobody can get past him.
Players just bounce off him, though. He's got that. Help himself up, and he's got the strength to keep players off him.
Different positions, but it's very hard to get the ball off of him, and that's the same with Messi.
But you look at his legs. His legs are solid. They're not, you know what I mean? Centre of gravity, he's got that, as you say, sharp turning. But I just thought, what Paul says, every week we always, he never has a bad game. But I think at the weekend there, you can just see he was Chupi scored 2 goals, then people can say Chupi was for the man of the match. And, but for me, all-round play, I still think that Chupi is really raw. I don't think he's ability-wise, he's amazing. His touch for the second goal wasn't the best touch, but he fights his way through a tackle and then pokes it in the net. Whereas, he can improve on that. I just think Daniel Lorenzo, as an all-round football player, he's a level above.
It doesn't have to be pretty goals for me.
No.
The last player I want to point out is Montero.
Yes.
Because I think he did a very good job last Saturday.
He's growing into it the last couple of weeks with Einar being out. And it's really difficult to come into a team, especially in defence, and get that understanding with the other defenders. But him and Mario, that's 3 games now, 4 games now he's been in since Eimar's one got injured. But he's grown, and that understanding between him and Mario is brilliant. And I think Montero is out of the three of them, Aidar, Montero, and Maria, I think he's the better football player on the ball.
Yeah.
Which benefits him.
A very good victory for Malaga. Malaga played very well. Let's go to the other results. But because what did the rest of the teams do? Well, on Friday, Huesca got beat by Almeria. Leganes won at home 5-2 against Ceuta. That's a great result for Leganes, by the way. Andorra lost 0-1 at home against Eibar. Racing lost 0-4 against Albacete, which is also a very mad result for the leader of the table. Deportivo La Coruña won at home against Real Zaragoza. I watched the last 50 minutes of that match, and Depor had it very tough.
Yeah,
it wasn't easy at all for Depor.
I've seen them a couple of times, and they've scraped by late a couple of times that I've seen them as well. They're no everybody sees them up the top end of the league, but there's been a couple of games that they've won and they've won it late on. I can't remember who it was. They got a penalty very late to win it, and it's like they're there to be shot at, definitely, 100%.
This also was a late minute win. Burgos won 4-0 at home against Córdoba. Mirandés won 2-1 against Real Valladolid. Sociedad B lost against Granada. Las Palmas won at home 1-0 against Real Sporting. And Castellón against the Cultural Deportivo Leonesa ended up in a 1-1 draw. Not a lot of good results for Malaga, but also not a lot of bad results for Malaga.
no,
Because Racing, we come a bit closer to the number one on the table, which is Racing with 59 points. Deportivo won, so they have 55 points. Almeria won 55 points. We have 54 points. Las Palmas are fifth on the table with 51 points. And Castellón, after their draw, closed the playoffs spots with 50 points. And Burgos also have 50 points, and they're just outside the playoff spots. So we have a difference of 4 with not playoffs, which is good, I guess. At the bottom of the table, Mirandés is still last. They have 27 points. Cultural Leonesa has 28 points. 20th on the table, Zaragoza with 30 points. And Huesca have 31 points. And just outside the playoffs on the 18th position is Valladolid with 36 points. Still a 6-point difference for Zaragoza. And Huesca 5 points. I didn't expect these teams to go down, to be honest. And there's still hope for them, but
if you're looking at the bottom of the table there, Mirandés and Cultural Leonesa are down there. But even if it's not Zaragoza or Huesca, Valladolid, Leganes, Cadiz are there as well.
Yeah.
So it's looking
Granada.
like, Granada have but a wee bit. Well, yeah, Andorra and Granada have got another point on. It's going to be, Mirandés and Leonesa, potentially, and then 2 of Zaragoza, Huesca, Valladolid, Leganes, Cadiz, potentially Granada. So 2 of the bigger teams are probably going to end up down there if it's not Andorra.
Because it's all teams coming down from Primera División down there.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's a crazy league.
Yeah.
Really
Just going back to the top of the table, Chris, I've just, after the results there for you gave the top 7 there down to Burgos. After Burgos in 8th position in Eibar, there's a 5-point gap. So there's a bit of a gap developing there between the top 7 and 8th place, which is, well, from our perspective, is quite good. The playoffs are looking better and better for us with that gap there. But if you take Racing out the equation, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams battling for the other automatic place plus the 4 playoff places. So it's getting tight, but that gap that's there is working in our favour.
Yeah, the gap is also getting bigger, and that is good because we are 9 points ahead of Eibar, who's 8th.
Yeah.
So our only...
We have to be the form team in the league. There's no many teams that have the form that we have, apart from maybe Racing. Because I know for maybe Almeria are doing all right, but Deportivo, they're getting wins, but they don't look amazing. So I definitely think that if we keep trotting along, just doing what we're doing, we've got Leganes at home at the weekend. I just think that you need to be shooting for that automatic spot. You didn't just want to be right, we're in the playoff, let's be happy with that. Nah, let's go and see how far we can get. Start chasing. Because you didn't know, you start putting pressure on the Almerias and the Santanders. Their arses could just fall. And the next thing you know what I mean? They're dropping points. It's crazy the way football works.
The most important question is, should we look up or should we look down?
Always be looking up, mate. Never look down.
Where
Always
we are. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I think we've got Leganes this week coming in, and we've got Andorra in midweek. But then the rest of April is a big one for us. We've got Depor away. Yep. We've got Las Palmas at home. We've got Almeria away. We've got Castellón at home. So that's 4 games against teams that are challenging.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily, okay, we'll get ahead of ourselves here a wee bit in terms of teams, but if we beat Leganes and Andorra, that's another 6 points. We can afford to draw with these other teams.
Yeah.
Just keep within distance, and that's good enough for us at that stage.
You know what else, guys? In Castellón, they've fell apart a wee bit recently. They're they were on a really good run and they've just fell away a bit. I watched them against Cultural during the week, and didn't get me wrong, they're not a bad side, but Cultural had loads of chances against them. They're definitely not a team that I would be scared to play, especially not at home. Malaga are more than capable of beating them at home. Obviously, Almeria and Deportivo away from home are difficult fixtures, but like you say, you didn't need to go there and win. You just didn't get beat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think it does, just no dropping 3 points. Earning a point away from home against A teams is not the end of the world. They're good results for me.
Let's go to the news. Radio Marca Malaga says that nobody has ever relegated with 54 points.
That's great. That's one goal achieved.
Which would mean that Juanpe will automatically renew his contract until 2028.
I saw that, yeah.
I don't think it's bad news, is it?
No, that's good news. That's good.
You want to keep all your good players, don't you?
Yeah.
Even if there are no guys that are starting every week, guys that are coming in, and you want to keep all the quality you've got.
What is a bit of less news is that Dorio will probably miss the upcoming match or upcoming matches because he has something with his, what was it, shoulder?
Shoulder.
Dotor, not Dorio.
Oh, sorry, Dotor.
Yeah. That's going to be a bit of a blow, though, isn't it? I think.
Aye.
Because the game that he missed a few weeks ago, I think we brought Rafa in to his place, didn't we? And his absence was noticeable.
Because I think it done, Paul. It unsettled everybody else. It unsettled Dizan and it unsettled Daniel Lorenzo. But I think the 3 that we've got right now, they're just obviously, rotating, and they've just got that link up that the minute you take one out, kind of buggers the whole system a wee bit. But hopefully it's not for long. Chris will be able to hopefully get some news on how serious that is within the coming days. But fingers crossed that it's not too serious. Not at this time of the season.
Which is, I guess it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then big data. Because in this world, everything is big data. Big data is throwing Malaga up there to go to get promoted.
Well, I'm big data because I've been saying that for let's be honest.
Because Malaga
was big data. Big data just listening to me and going, "Aye, that boy's right." Malaga are getting automatically promoted.
Because I don't know how to read it, so but it seems that Racing Santander is 89% to get promoted directly. 54% is Depor, 53% is Almeria, and 66% or this is through play. Okay, I mean, I don't understand any of it. This comes from B-Soccer.
It'll be based on recent results.
Exactly, it'll just be based on recent form. But we can all, listen, we've all got two eyes. We all know what kind of team that we've got, and we all know what the team. We've all seen the teams round about us. We know what kind of qualities there.
To get promoted directly, Racing has 89%, Deportivo 42%, Almeria 43%. We have 8% according to B-Soccer. But through playoffs is Deportivo has 54%, Almeria has 53%, and Malaga has 66% to go up through playoffs.
That's a bit strange, given that there's still an automatic place up for grabs.
8%.
Yeah, if you take Racing out of the equation, we're only 1 point behind it.
Right.
But then as well, Castellón has 65% to go up through playoffs.
They're probably looking at, by the way, you know what else they'll be taking into consideration? They'll probably be taking into consideration your remaining fixtures, seeing that we've got to play Depor away from home, Almeria away from home, and then they're maybe doing it that way, thinking that, well, they've still got difficult matches.
Maybe they also use the results from earlier this season against these teams.
Yeah, true. Yeah, when we were absolutely shite.
Yeah.
But we're not that team anymore.
We have won against Las Palmas. We have won.
Did we not draw with Depor? Or am I wrong?
We draw with Depor, didn't we?
Yeah.
I thought that.
Did we win against Burgos?
Oh.
Can't remember.
Me neither. Racing?
I think did Burgos, was that not a late?
We got beat from Racing, did we not?
Yep.
Yeah, let's forget this. Let's forget this.
We beat Burgos 3-0 at home.
Yeah, I was just going to,
Oh, yeah. Okay, the most important news of the week. Everybody is waiting for it. Paul has prepared himself very well because he's not wearing the new one, but he's wearing the old one.
Original.
The original.
This is the real deal Paul is on today. It's the retro kit. Guys, what did you think?
I liked it, mate. I liked the whole sort of, you know what I liked the most? I liked the whole build-up around it. The anticipation, the waiting to see what, not just the Malaga kit was like, but the other kits.
Yeah.
And then they done the catwalk, and then there's Sid Lowe's walking up and down. I'm like, what's going on here? And then they had the referee. They've got the retro referee one, and he's blowing the whistle and yellow carding people. I thought it was great, man. I really did. I really enjoyed it.
Paul, what was
your opinion? Yeah. I mean, we knew it was coming. It was good, as Tom says, the anticipation of seeing what strips or what retro strips they were bringing back. But I had to laugh at the referee as well, because they've not just pulled out the retro strip for the referee. They've pulled out a guy that looks like a 1980s referee from Spain with the big beer belly and everything as well. So I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like you just rolled out the pub straight into the game.
I thought it would be a retro kit, but something else happened, because it's not only a retro kit, it's a collaboration with one of Spain's maybe biggest content creators, YouTuber, Twitch. What else does he have? TikTok. He has basically everything. He's from Fuengirola. His name is Ido Juan. He always plays GTA with the Malaga shirt on, and in every live stream you can see a Malaga shirt on the background, or you can see a scarf on the background. There's always something for Malaga on his streams, which is very cool, because Juan isn't really a football fan.
No, it's good, like you say, Chris. It brings other eyes who maybe aren't the Malaga fans or aren't the football fans, but just fans of him, and it brings their eyes to the club. And it's anybody like that who can bring new eyes or new fans to the club. I think it's a good thing. I really do.
Although it's a retro kit, so it has the colors of the season 2002, I guess.
2003?
2002,
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah.
But it also had a bit of a golden pattern, which you from far away you don't see very well. So it's very good turned out, and it has all things of Illo Juan, which are like I don't know, a microphone and
Yeah, I didn't notice that at first either until you
and
mentioned it.
stuff like that, what makes it maybe a bit look like a Louis Vuitton pattern, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And on the back it has a pair, and I don't know why the pair is there, but it's there. It's also a reference to Illo Juan. Is that a good thing? Is that the best thing about this retro kit, that somebody with over 2 million followers, which Illo Juan has for sure, that Malaga does a collaboration in their retro kit? Or because when I read the comments online, they're a bit mixed.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people who really like it, and I see people who doesn't understand the
Like you
collaboration.
say, they probably could have just done the retro kit on its own, Chris, and everybody would have been really happy. But then further down the line, maybe next season, or they could have brought out a kit and just done a collaboration with him without involving it with the retro kit, and just done a collaboration with him without actually doing it on the retro kit. But end of the day, they've done what they've done, and I think that, you know, the kit's lovely. It's a lovely kit, but I can see why maybe people would be a wee bit, would feel a certain way, because they just wanted it to be like a retro kit. They want to know a retro kit, but obviously somebody sort of the collaboration of the, because some fans are into that stuff, you know, some fans are older, they don't understand streaming and YouTubing, so they're like, who is
Then as
that?
well, I mean, I'm not an Illo Juan fan. I like what he does, and I like the fact that he always, although he doesn't really like football, but he's from Fuengirola and he's from Malaga, that he always has something on the background of Malaga Club de Football. You know what I mean?
He's obviously representing Malaga, so it's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's a bad thing.
Is it a good thing, Paul?
I'm mixed on it. I can see why they've done it. And it gets the publicity. You know, if you've got somebody, an influencer like that, and it's got a lot of followers, and it could it gives a profile of the club as well, you know, out there. But I can see the other side of it as well. Well, why it's a retro kit? Why are we getting somebody like that involved? So I mean, I'm neither here nor there on it, to be honest.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
You know what it comes down to? Let's be honest. You know, Paul, Chris, it comes down to that. It's money. They're going to make more money for the strips. Because there's going to be not just Malaga fans buying it, but his fans.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's purely what it is.
And if you ask me, that's a very good thing. So I can understand it.
You imagine that queue that was outside the store on the day of the sale that got sold out.
That's always. But Malaga have already sold 2,800 shirts.
Yeah, but how many of them are actually like maybe his fans? We don't know. So there could be a lot, but it's only good for the club making money. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about.
And that's what it's all about. So good kid. If you don't have it yet, go buy it on www.malagacf.com because everything which doesn't come from that website doesn't help the club, and you're buying a fake kit. And if there's one thing in my life I'm against, it's fake kits.
And there's your lesson, folks. Don't buy fake kits.
So yeah, unless you buy it.
I take it you're no best friends with the guys that are doing the promenade at night time in Beromadden, I think, Chris. They're no your.
But you always see they're fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, 100%. Yeah, that's true.
So you're always the one who walks around with a fake kit. I'd rather buy no kit than a fake one.
Yeah. Like you say, it's money for your club, eh? That's what it is.
Other news. Hector Diaz, the manager of Malaga Femenino, has renewed his contract.
That's good news.
Yeah, deserves it. They've been really good this year, so yeah, definitely. Like Funes, he deserves a renewal. They've both earned it.
The last number I've seen, almost 3,000 shirts sold.
Nice, very good.
Very good numbers. Then let's go to the result. Malaga Femenino didn't play this week. Their match got postponed. and it probably won't be a surprise who did play, is Atlético Malagueño, and they lost 3-0. And that is unfortunate, if you ask me. They lost
they're not doing the best, are they?
Against Chiclano.
Like, as I've said before, they've taken a huge step up. The first team have taken most of their good players, so it's a learning experience for them at that level.
And they probably had to take players for the younger age group just to fill in numbers.
Yeah.
But like you say, it'll obviously within maybe a year or two, it'll maybe end up helping them in the long run, playing a year or two above themselves. You know what I was going to say? They seem to have this Jeremy Hernandez pinned for the MVP or whatever. Like, I didn't know, like, the way Danny Lorenzo's playing ball, I think he, like, you know what I mean? I think they're, like, crowning this boy for Deportivo already. I'm like, wait a wee minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they've been quite loud about that, I've noticed. And I'm like, I didn't think that we should be, the way Danny Lorenzo's been playing, he should definitely be having certainly a say in that anyway. But I just think it's very strange that he's been, like, anointed this, like, he's a good player. You know what I mean? But I don't, especially with some of the guys that we've got, the way they're playing just now, just to be sort of having him sort of earmarked. It's like, I don't know. I think there's maybe a couple of players that could maybe sneak in there and maybe have a big say in that.
It would be interesting come the end of the season if we get that second automatic spot on Deport, don't?
Yeah, 100%. Because it's just weird because I've been hearing it a lot and I've been meaning to bring it up with you, but we always sort of, we're sort of methodical in the way we sort of do this. So, and I always end up forgetting. I wanted to bring that up with you because, I just like obviously we're sort of mainly watching Malaga, but I just think that it's like, and this guy's been like, I'm not saying he's not been good, but are they actually watching other teams? He just for the sort of early on, he seems to be the guy that the sort of the poster boy, young Spanish guy, obviously linked to a lot of moves. But you try to tell me that like the young players we've got on there, potentially. I just think that they're obviously they do that, don't they? They pick their favourites and sort of push them. Yeah. I just think that, like you say, Paul, if we keep doing what we're doing and we end up getting above them, I'd like to be very interested to see if they're still saying that at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I just think it's disrespectful to the players in our team and other teams, just because we watch other players and think to myself, is he doing anything different to the good players that we've got? Lanubia, Danny Lorenzo, Chupe.
I have a quiz question for you.
Oh, here we go.
Who was the last player to score 20 goals for Malaga?
Dario Silva?
Deli Valdez?
No, it was Catania. You know what season?
Further back than that, blooming heck.
1999.
Yeah, I was going to say 99, 2000 or 98, round about then, yeah. Yeah.
He scored 24 goals. Chupe already has 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 goals away from getting to the 20. It would be the first time in 25 years that Malaga would have scored. A Malaga player would have scored more than or would have scored 20 goals in a season.
I think he's third top scorer in the league, isn't he?
Huh?
I think he's third top.
Yeah. Do you know how many other players ever got there?
Not very many.
I'm telling you as well.
Malaga.
If De La Fuente's needing a striker, give the big man a call up.
So I tell you, and I'm looking, the first season I'm looking at is 49-50 the season.
Okay.
Would it surprise you that the only player who ever reached 24 goals or 20 goals was Catania? So Chupe could be the second player.
It wouldn't surprise me, but they're playing in different divisions. These guys were, Dario Silva and Dele Valdez were playing in the Primera as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Obviously a lot harder league against a lot better opposition.
I also have to say I miss a few seasons, but because I'm going from 54 to 55,
Yeah.
from 54, 55 to 62, 63, and then 65, 66. So there's probably more players who've done it, but I'm missing a lot of seasons. But from the data I got, there's only Catania, but there will be probably more, but it's not many.
It's just a case, you know, if they've actually got it logged somewhere.
I mean, in recent seasons, I suppose there's not really been prolific goal scorers, is there, really?
No. You know yourself, when you're struggling in the lower leagues, you know your calibre of player obviously drops, but at the same time, you're playing in a division that's no really... It's hard to get the credibility as well, eh? It's hard to compare somebody who's scoring 24 goals in the Primera against, you know, proper, like Real Madrid, Barcelona. And I didn't want to take anything away from Chupi, but, you know, it's a big sort of... Great going for the young lad, like, but I just think it's probably a bit easier to score 20 goals in that league than it is to score 20 goals in the La Liga. So
the lowest I could find was 5 goals in the season.
Bless me, guys. Sorry.
Who was that? That must have been going back a wee. Well, maybe not.
It was Yanis Romani, 2021.
21. Okay. Did Luis Munoz not score quite a few goals? Or not goals, but he scored goals.
5 as well.
All right, yeah, because he used to score goals around about then as well, didn't he?
Calle Quintana, and then afterwards came Calle Quintana with 2.
Is that right? Yeah. Because I remember Munoz, even though he was a striker, he'd been the top scorer for one of those seasons.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but with not very many goals.
It's not very good, but Chupa is almost there. Let's go to the upcoming weekend, where we play against Leganes. And this is going to be a very special match. And for some reason, because this week we're going to do things different. This week we are starting with the kids. And there's a reason why I'm starting with the kids. Who knows? We'll see it. We'll say it.
I can see why, yeah.
Can you see why, Caleb?
No.
Okay, Paul, I give you the honors.
Down the side there, the other sponsor, rather than on time, is Sporty TV, which is fronted by our own Mr. Alex Ashmore.
Yes. So, crazy, isn't it?
Alex, the face of that. He's everywhere. Covering football, covering the MMA. Good for him, man. Good for him.
Yeah. I think it's great. And if you see the announcement publicity they made around the Sporty TV being that it's a great ad.
Yeah.
It's a bit worrying though that Alex got on the wrong flight to go to Malaga though, given that he knows quite well how to get to Malaga. But we'll let him off with that one.
Yeah. But I think it's a great. What do we think of the kit? It's a Yoma kit.
It's traditional Leganes kit, and I think it's the best one they've had in a wee while. I like the collar on it.
I love it. I really like it. I think this is one of the best kits in the league.
Yeah, it's really smart.
Yeah,
I like it. It's clean.
Very good kit. Let's go to their second.
That's a nice colour, that.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a marble look.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
I like it very much as well.
To be honest, I haven't seen that one before. That's the first time I've seen that away.
I think it looks very great. It's dark red wine-ish.
Maroon.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of maroon. Yeah, it's like it's got red and maroon mix. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, very nice kid. Very well done. And this one, the third one, I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah.
Because you can't see it very well, but it has a snail pattern on it.
Yeah, okay.
And
It's
it
not
feels,
Yeah.
feels to me when I look at it and I take away all the letters and stuff and the badge, I see a big castle in front of me, a room in an old castle with Baroque themed, and there are windows. And on both sides of these windows, I see this color as a and well, this kid as curtains.
There's curtains. I knew you were going that way. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a very nice green colour, is it?
No, it's a bit olive,
Yeah.
but with a snail pattern. It looks very old, like it's from the Baroque
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a bit strange. I'm not a big fan.
It's just, I'll tell you something. It's just as well Cruises on his hair done properly. Because could you imagine him with that mullet, that yellow mullet that he had last season, with that top on?
But now, if we zoom out, what do you see? He's making a sign. He knows the chupe is coming.
What's he doing? A chupe?
He knows that chupe is coming. For the people watching the YouTube,
Yeah.
for the people listening, he's, how do you call it without me making a mistake? Thumb sucking? No?
He's sucking his thumb.
Sucking his thumb, yeah.
Sucking his thumb.
Like a dummy, yeah.
Yeah. So he's doing chupe.
Like a big baby.
He knows chupe is coming.
He'll be crying on the weekend anyway after we beat them.
He knows chupe is coming.
He'll be sticking his thumb all the way home.
So, I don't know what I did. No. How do I get it away? Oh, I went full screen, guys. I went full screen. Oh, I'm back.
There you go.
Okay, let me get Chupe away from the screen. Let's dig into Leganes. What do we know about Leganes?
Well, they're not doing very well at the moment, are they?
I'm not really too worried about them, guys. I'm going to be honest.
I mean, I think they're having a really bad season in terms of the way. I mean, they should be up where we are.
Yeah. Well, remember when we reviewed them last time, Paul, and we were saying how much money they spent, and they were spending money like a team who was looking to, get promoted straight back up. And obviously at that time as well, they weren't in great shape either. You know, the last time we were going to Leganes to play them. But yeah, I just think this Malaga team, the way we're playing, is just going to be too strong, especially at home. Be too strong. The crowd behind us, I can't see them putting up much of a fight.
Well, let me tell you how they play. They are a compact, defensive-minded team, like the others we played against the past weeks. Probably.
Hence the reason why they didn't win very much.
They're most commonly play a 4-2-3-1. Back four, double pivot, 3 attacking midfielders and 1 striker. Sometimes they will switch up to 4-4-2, or 5-3-2, or 3-5-2. The last two they will do to protect their lead. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, they've not been playing well. I mean, qualify that by saying they've at home they just beat Ceuta 5-2, but that's their first decent result for a while. Beat Granada a couple of months ago, but you're going back to, I think, January where they beat not a great result, Valladolid, who have not been great anyway, 3-0. But they've not. I mean, that's their first win in about 8 games or something, you know. They've not won away from home for God knows how long.
They won against Ceuta, and Ceuta.
That was near the start of the season, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's only one. I'm not sure. I think they've won 4 away from home, but that's going way back. But they're going to. I mean, they're not, as you say, they're not playing great. So, what you were talking about there, Chris, they're defensive. They're going to sit in. It's going to be another game for us to break them down. But we're at home. So
Last weekend they won 5-2 against Ceuta.
Yeah, and that's their first. That's what I said. That's their first win in about 6, I think.
I sort of take teams on how they. Like, I know they won last week, but I'm looking at them over the course of maybe like, you know, an 8-game period.
Yeah.
They can't string or running results together. Any team can win a game on any given weekend, but are you good enough to go and win 3-4 games in a row? They clearly aren't. So that's what I'm basing it on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think that, like you say, they can come and they can defend all they like, but I think that at the end of the day, a team like that should be looking to be doing a bit more than coming to Malaga and just defending. Do you know what I mean? If you're looking for points, you're not going to get 3 points in Malaga playing that way. They're going to have to show something attacking, you know, because it can do that. But I just think Malaga, at the end of the day, will break them down at some point. So I just think that it's kind of, would you rather get beat 1-0 defending, or would you rather get beat 3-0 having a go? I know what I'd rather do.
Yeah.
I just didn't really see them as a threat. I really don't.
No, I don't either, to be honest. But we've said that before, haven't we?
Yeah, I think I'm past the sort of stage you try to. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but at the same time, I'm just trying to, you know, nobody kid on that these teams are any better than what they are. They're not a good team. And they've proven that with their recent results. They beat Sweta or whatever, how you pronounce their name, but I just don't think they're going to come to us and get any points. I'm sorry. So yeah. I'm just going to call it as I see it.
If we've got ambitions to go up, whether it be through the playoffs or finishing at second place, then these are games at home against teams like that we shouldn't really be worried about. And
great point, mate. Great point, Paul. Yeah,
we should be going to make sure we get the 3 points there. And I don't see us not getting the 3 points, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
They have a few former Malaga players. Do you guys know who they are?
Juan Cruz. Who else? Go through their list. Can't see anyone. Who else?
Juan Soriano.
Oh, keeper, obviously. Yeah, forgot about him. Yeah.
Those are the 2 former Malaga players. Their top scorer. It's a very good player. I'm not going to lie. It's Alex Millan.
Yeah.
I mean, they have some good players in it. Juan Cruz.
They've got Juan Cruz, yeah. George Sainz as well. Yeah, he's not that great. We saw him in Scotland for 3 seasons for Aberdeen, and he wasn't great at all.
No.
He's
not got a great attitude either. We know that. He came back after pre-season with Aberdeen, didn't he? Obviously, what he tried to force his tail with a move away, and he came back and you seen the shape he was in, Paul.
Yeah,
he was about 10 stone overweight. It was ridiculous. Trying to force a move out.
I now see that there was a 3rd former Malaga player.
Who are we talking about?
Ignacio Miquel at the back.
Oh yeah. All right enough, yeah. Spot him.
Good spot, Chris. Good spot.
Also a very good player. Yeah, what can we say? Is this going to be difficult? Or is this going to be a bit easier?
I think they'll sit in and it'll be difficult to break them down. But I don't see us not scoring against them.
I mean, we are playing without Dorio. Without Dotor. What's that with me in those 2?
Yeah. It depends. I mean, it depends who comes in for Dotor and who. I mean,
who do you think will come in for him, Paul? I was just going to ask, who do you think they'll bring in for him? Who do you think that'll come in?
I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know who the best fit would be.
Yeah.
Because we brought Rafa in the last time, and he doesn't. From what I've seen, he doesn't perform when he starts.
Yeah, he's a mere an impact player off the bench, isn't he? When everybody's a bit more tired, yeah.
So it's I'm not. I honestly don't know who else we've got. I mean, you've got Wanpei, but he's more of a holding midfielder for Isan. Aaron Nachoa Maloney could probably come in and do a job there.
Yeah.
But no, he's away, isn't he? He's not playing this weekend because he's on that.
He's even 21 for Ireland, yeah, that's a good point, mate.
Forgot about that, yeah.
we are missing, or they are missing Ruben Peña, Jorge Sainz, Ruben Pulido, and Figueroa.
We're also missing Chupi, aren't we, this weekend?
Why?
21s.
Under 21s.
Or is that Nino?
Chupi's not going.
Sorry, Nino. Sorry,
oh, it's Nino. Sorry, Paul. It's Nino.
Yeah. Nino's the only player going.
Yeah.
What about Izan Moreno? Did he not get a call up? Does he
not? No, him and Chupi didn't get called. I was getting them mixed up. It was Nino that got called up, and Chupi and Izan Moreno didn't. So that was a bit of a, for us anyway.
Yeah, because I remember you saying that, because I knew that he played at the World Cup for the under-18s World Cup with Spain, or was it Euros? Izan Moreno played it.
Do you guys think that Malaga maybe got involved in not wanting to let go all of them?
Well, I think if it's not important games, then I think the club should be more than entitled to ask the question. Look, we're in a really important stage of your season. We're in the mix. We preferably could be doing with these players here. If you don't really need them, could you not call them up? I think that's probably a common conversation that maybe most clubs would have. I know that I think nationality or country takes preference, but I think that you would still be able to ask the question, whether or not they say yes or no. But I think you would still be well within your right to ask the question. That
there's a rule. There's a rule. I think there's a rule in the UK, isn't there, that you can, if you've got, like, if you're not in the top division, if you're lower down, that if you've got more than 2 or 3 players called up, you can ask for your game to be postponed.
For it to be rescheduled. Yeah.
And I'm not sure why that's not a thing in Spain. You know, if you've got 3 boys, if you've got 3 boys called up for international, whether it's a first team or under 21s or whatever. No, that's obviously not happening because we've only got 2 going. But
because, like you say, most of the bigger leagues aren't playing when these internationals are on. It's certainly the lower divisions of these countries. But like you say, Paul, a lot of the sort of Segunda teams probably have young players who are playing for the younger Spanish national team or other national teams like Ireland that we've got to show away. So it would definitely be. If it's just friendlies, I didn't really see why we shouldn't be able to have preference over that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Different if it's like a qualifier or it's a major tournament. They would want to play in that and understandably represent their country. But for a friendly where, you know, they might not play many minutes, but they can be playing minutes for their club, then I think the question should be able to be asked. You should be able to maybe, even like if they've done a rule where you can pull a player out maybe once or twice a season or whatever. You know, there's something like that where if you really need a player, rather than them getting called up, you can say, look, we're not going to make them available. We need them.
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys. Who would you bring in for Dotor?
It's a tough one, eh? It's like the couple of guys you would bring in. I don't know. Is Rafia back?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
We don't know anything about Rafita yet. Or I saw something about Rafita. I think he's fully back in training. Let me check. But
it's going to have to be. I don't know. I think it's probably going to have to be Rafa, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pompey.
Well, Wampe sits deeper though, doesn't he? Where he's on place.
Or maybe go with Aaron Ochoa.
He's away.
He's away for Ireland.
Really?
Yeah.
Ireland
21s, Chris.
Oh, Rafita is back.
That's good.
Could he not do a job in midfield? Again, it's maybe a bit of a wild card, but obviously Sanchez done well at the weekend. I know it's just, you know, he's got that energy that he probably could do a job for you in midfield. He's maybe not going to give you the quality that Dotor would, but you know he's going to get up and down. He's going to fight. He's maybe just something different. But like you say, if Wampe's there, he might play.
Yeah.
I was even going to say, you know, if Nino was available, you could maybe play him more advanced and maybe that, you know, maybe in behind Chupi as like a number 10.
Yeah.
Not directly in the midfield, but I don't know how much that would affect the the flow of that midfield, because Doutor's like a box-to-box, isn't he?
And it's the interchanging between the three of them, isn't it? Izan,
Yeah.
Daughter, and Lorenzo. They make room for each other.
Yeah, it's quite like what you say when you take one out. It is quite sort of like who comes in and replaces them.
Yeah. Do we have? I have some more bad news. It's official that Atletico Malagueño has relegated. It's official.
Yes,
now.
Saw that.
Forgot to say it. But,
That's unfortunate.
Who dares to predict?
Craigie, we've scored 11 goals in the last 3 games, so it could be anything.
So you go every time that you go for like a tight 2-1, like we did last week, Chris, 3-0. And then we'll go 3-0 and it'll be like, 2-1 or 3-2.
I'll go for 2-0.
I'm going to go 3-0 again. Bugger it.
What am I going to say now?
Come on, Marquez. Go for
I'm going to say 3-1.
3-1, okay.
I mean, I don't know why, but every match, I'm scared. You know what I mean? I get very nervous before every match. I think, this is going to be very difficult. And then, I don't know. I'm not totally convinced yet. And I don't know why, because there's not any reason not to be convinced.
I noticed that quite hesitant to get in. You didn't want to get too far ahead of yourself. Just be like me, mate. Just fucking. I'm like, I'm for promotion already.
I'm trying to keep it very calm.
You're definitely keeping a lid on it.
I don't want to end up being too devastated.
I know.
Yeah.
Paul, I think Paul's the same. Like Paul's. I think Paul's on the fence a wee bit. I think he wants to jump on my side, but at the same time, I think he knows Malaga's maybe broke his heart a few too many times, and he knows a bit better.
Quietly confident about the playoffs, but we'll leave it at that.
Good. Yeah, we need to be. You need to enjoy it, like I said. You need to enjoy it while you're doing well.
I enjoy the wins. I enjoy the goals, but what I really not do enjoy is this feeling of being up there, and the stress every week.
I know.
Yeah.
Because it's true. Like every point drop, 2 points dropped if you're drawing, or every for every like when you get something, the team that you're chasing gets a win, and you can never close that gap. There's just so much sort of like looking for this result, looking for that result. We need to win this week because if we win, we know that result on Friday. So there's just that much, because the games are that spread over as well. If you're playing on the Sunday, predominantly, most of the teams that played before your result, and that can add a wee bit more pressure as well, because it's like they drop points. So it's exciting, but at the same, like you say, it does put the shit nerves into you as well when you're watching it.
Yeah. We always end with a cultural bit, so I have something prepared. This week it's about Semana Santa in Malaga, because that's next week. It's starting this Sunday. The city that doesn't sleep during Semana Santa. During Semana Santa, Malaga transforms completely. Over 40 brotherhoods, in Spanish called confradías, take to the streets. Some of them found it as far back as the 16th century. Each one of them carries massive floats called tronos through the city. Here's the first thing that surprises almost everyone. Malaga thrones are among the largest in the world. Some weigh over 5,000 kilos and are not carried by dozens, but by hundreds of people, called hombres de trono. Unlike in places like Seville, where floats rest on the necks of the costaleros, Malaga carries long poles on their shoulders. It looks less like a procession and more like a moving fortress of faith. The prisoner who walks free on one of the most emotional days is something extraordinary that happens, because a prisoner is being released. Every year since the 18th century, the tradition links to the Spanish legacies, a selected inmate pardoned and being freed during Semana Santa. The story goes that during a plague, prisoners carried the statue of Christ through the streets when authorities refused to hold a procession. and the plague ended. Today, the legacy lives on with the Legion, when the Legion arrives, dramatically by ship at the port of Malaga, singing as they march, El Novio de la Muerte. They escort one of the most iconic figures of the week, El Cristo de la Buena Muerte. The original statue was destroyed during the Spanish Civil War, and the current one was sculpted later, but the devotion never faded. Thrones that move like giant. Imagine this, a golden throne taller than a house, covered in candles and flowers, swaying gently as it moves. That's not accidental. The carriers intentionally rock the throne rhythm, called Mecer el Trono. It gives the illusion that the statue is alive, breathing, floating, almost walking on the air. And sometimes everything stops. A singer steps forward from a balcony. A single voice cuts through the night with the saeta, a raw flamenco style prayer song, directly to the figure. No instruments, no microphone, just emotion. Not just religion. Identity of Semana Santa in Malaga isn't just a religious event, it's identity, history, and community. Families pass down roles for generations. Some wait years just to carry a throne for a few hours. Others spend months preparing ropes, candles, and roots. Even Antonio Banderas, born in Malaga, regularly participates as a member of a brotherhood, not as a celebrity, just as another devotee in a rope. Light, darkness, and timing. Each procession follows a strict timetable, but delays are common. Why? Because Malaga Semana Santa runs on something deeper than the clock. It runs on emotion. Some processions last 6 to 12 hours. They leave their home church, wind through the city center, uh, past the official tribuna, and return, sometimes at sunrise. The candles you see, many are real wax candles that drip continuously, creating thick, sculpted layers over the week. By the end, they look like melted towers of of time itself. Um, the moment that stays with you at some point, maybe at 3 a.m., maybe in a narrow street, you'll feel it. The drums echo off the walls. The throne squeezes through impossible tight corners. The crowd goes silent again. And for a second, Malaga doesn't feel modern. It feels eternal. If you ever have the chance, go to Semana Santa. It's something you will probably never see in the rest of the world. And it's very nice.
And it's chaos.
And it's chaos. It's chaos for sure. It's millions of people. So yeah, if you are in Malaga next weekend and you don't want any chaos, stay in your hotel. And what's that? Is there somebody who wants to add something? Anything? Did we forget anything?
No, I think we covered mostly everything. I think we covered mostly everything.
Yeah, I think so.
Then I'm going to say thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Chris, as always.
Thank you, Caleb.
Thank guys, pleasure being on with you as always. You know I love coming on and doing this every week. And I'm not while we keep winning, I'm going to keep wearing the scarf. So long may it last. If you see me with the scarf, then you know we've won. And that's the way it's going to be from now on. Okay?
I don't know if the scarf is helping or not, because this is the first week you're wearing the scarf.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So we won at the weekend, so I wore the scarf. So we're going to win this weekend. So if you see me with the scarf, then you know we won. So for everybody that watches, if I'm wearing the scarf and you never seen the result, you know we won. And that's just the way we're going to do it.
I think it's fine.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if you're jinxing something or not.
No. I'm not. I'm trying to bring good karma. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to manifest positivity. That's what I'm trying to do. And that's the scarf. The scarf. By the end of the season, this will be at a promotion parade. Me, you, Pablo.
Okay, but listen, you didn't wear the scarf last week. Maybe the scarf brings bad luck.
But how do you know I never wore the scarf? I never wore it on the podcast, but I couldn't be wearing it in the house when the game was on. You didn't know that.
Okay, but this is the first time you put it on in the podcast.
Right, so this is the first time. So we won it the weekend, so I wore it this week.
Yeah, but
so
maybe
if we're winning the weekend,
but maybe we don't have to change things on the podcast, because if we change, it might bring bad luck.
Yeah.
Well, remember, now he's wearing the scarf.
Yeah. And remember, I think we're going to have a full house next week, and I think Tony's back next week as well. So, Tony, if I'm wearing the scarf, we won. If anybody wants to join me by wearing your scarf, Chris, Paul, Tony, anybody who watches, wear your scarf while you're watching.
I think we will leave the scarf with you. I think one person with the scarf is enough.
Leave it with me.
Mine's just behind me.
Yeah, but it's behind you. It's not on you.
Yeah.
Well, if we win next week, maybe you should put it on, Paul. And that'll make Christy awkward, and he'll have no choice but to wear his scarf, because he'll be the odd one out.
What happens? Oh, we have started something with you started something.
Hopefully it's a trend that we can all get behind, and Malaga go and get promoted. That's all. It's just a bit of fun. If we get beat, I'll not wear it. It's all right. I'll be fine. You know what I mean? We're not going to get beat with Leganes, guys. Come on, that's not going to happen. So
maybe you get beaten now because you're wearing the scarf. I mean,
see,
we don't know. Never started before.
Now I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to put a jinx on this. You're trying to jinx my scarf now.
No.
That's what you're trying. You're trying to jinx it.
I mean, of all the things you could have worn, put on a kilt.
I could have, but I'm not going to, I mean, standing up and showing you, it's too much hassle. I'll just wear the scarf.
Okay. Well, if you have a scarf and you're listening to the podcast, I think this is the moment to put it on.
Yes.
You're going to listen to the podcast. So hereby, I want to ask you, not on my behalf, but on Calem's behalf, that from now until the end of the season, every week we win. Before you put on the podcast, before you go put on YouTube to watch the podcast, not me, but Caleb wants you to get a scarf and put it around your neck.
Wear it with pride.
Yes, wear it with pride. And what do we do when we lose?
Just didn't fucking wear it.
We don't know. We've not lost for ages.
Correct, exactly. We're not going to lose. So these questions about what you're going to do with the scarf, the scarf will be on every week.
Okay.
And remember, Chris, we didn't have to win. We just don't get beat. So if we draw, I can still wear the scarf. Okay? That's the deal.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm fine with everything.
Thank you, mate.
I'm fine with everything. This was the Malaga Insiders. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining, guys. My name is Chris Marquez. Don't forget to like, follow, and do all the things like the real podcasters want you to do, or the real content creators. We can also use followers. I don't know what else. Likes.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, of course. Thumbs up. We are the worst podcast on earth. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, listening. I don't know. My name is Chris Marquez, and as always, vamos Malaga. Vamos.